Okay, I think I'm back. Actually back. All right. So let's quickly look at what we did the last time. So the last class actually I think one of the thing we did in the last class. Let me try to log in normal user. I think this is an admin. So let me log in a normal user here. And normal user should be like don't know, Minoski. Try this out. Please confirm if you can hear me. Please, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. So think I should check. So what I actually want to do now is to check the available login that I have so that I can use it to log in. I know that I have admin as a login. Um Check this out. Okay. We have admin 30. Interesting. Admin 30, admin 34. So let me log out. I have admin. You have admin 3. What is happening? Like 3. Okay. You can see this one I just logged in now. Admin 3 is not an admin account. So only what we can do here, we did it last time. So only what we can do here is just view, right? So I think that we've been able to uh, okay, I think we've been able to implement rule, right? So this has been done. Um, this has been done. So let's okay, we are done with this. So rule permission, normal user only have the ability to view records, ensure only admin can edit and delete. So I think we've done that already. So what are we moving on next now? So the next thing that we're moving on is to implement OTP, right? So we are going to implement the OTP login. So how do we implement that OTP? What are the criteria? What do we need to do, right, to implement that OTP? So, so what we are going to do first is we want to create an OTP, right? Remember that this is Django built-in admin, right? And the reason of adding this OTP is to ensure that an email is actually verified, right? How do we intend to verify that email? And how do we intend to get that OTP? So what we're going to do is that let's go to Django model. So let me log in. So in this model, we go to user model, Django user model here. Let's say we come to this admin 3, I notice that in this admin 3, we have it's active. That means this account can be able to log in. So we want to do in a way that if your email is not verified, right, there's no way this will be false, right? Let's say when you create account, instead of having this as an active, you are going to have this as false. So let's go to Django model to elaborate more. Django user model. So this will help us to actually elaborate more on this. So confirm if you can see my screen. I hope can you guys can hear me, right? Huh?
We can hear you and we can see your screen.
Okay. Fine. Okay, now this is the Django model where we are. So you can see the field that they have. They have the username field. We already understand all these fields. So the one that I'm going to elaborate more is staff. We already know this one, right? Now it's active, right? So this is active. What we are going to do is to turn in on default is true. So what we are going to do during creating an account, we are going to turn in we are going to turn it to false, right? And if a user want to log in, we are going to check if this particular ID is active is false. That means what they are going to do is that to send a man back to log in, or maybe probably not allow him to log in. So we need to first generate the OTP and then send it to our email address. So let's start writing our code. So the first thing we're going to do, I feel that we should create an OTP model for our user. So I'm going to come here. Oh, this is not it. This is REST API. Okay. All right. Okay. Did we create this one the last time? Yeah. Did you create the last class?
No, sir. No.
Okay, let's just get rid of it. Let me make sure that I sure we didn't create it. What is it?
We did, we did not, sir. We did not.
Okay. So let's close some things. All right. So we are going to so we're going to quickly do that. So I'm going to create a class. So inside this class I can say user OTP or email verification, right? I can say OTP as OTP, not email OTP. OTP. Then of course we are going to inherit this from our model as usual.model because the model connected from Django. Yeah, I'm going to have user. So user has to be relationship with the main Django model user, which is like a one-on-one relationship. So I'm going to say model dot um one-on-one one-on-one fields. Of course, I'm going to pass in the user, which is the main model that we are copying. Let me confirm. User, which is this. All right, then comma. I'm going to say on delete goes to model
Cast
dot cast, right? All right. So related, I'm going to say OTP. So we know all this related, right? We don't know this one, so I don't need to be explaining all this related for you guys. If you don't know related, please let me know, indicate, that's how I will explain it, but I don't think that. So we're also going to create a column to store our OTP code. So OTP code equals to um model. Majestic, Baba, dey class now. Why I stop this rubbish, abeg? So OTP dot chat field So maximum length, I'll give it like maybe like 10, right? So then the dates, uh, dates for creating the OTP, I'll say equals to model dot date should be date time because I want to also record the time. So I want this to be automatically created, which is auto add, right? Moving those to true. All right. So apparently this is actually what we created. Now I want this OTP to expire in 10 minutes time, right? So immediately it's created, it should expire after 10 minutes. So I'm going to write what we call a utility function or helper function that are actually going to whenever this OTP is created, it should add 10 minutes, right? You want to add 10 minutes. So we are going to do that. So let's go that. So I will say here I will define a function called OTP underscore expired. So inside the expire passing self. So let's write some funny code here. Self, right? Oh, that's correct. Okay. So we are going to check if OTP has expired, right? Now what we are going to do is that we are going to make the OTP is created, right? We are going to um we are going to add it. We are going to like add 10 minutes, give it 10 minutes expiration. So make sure that the time expiration time is 10 minutes, right? So that's what we're going to do. So we check if the OTP expired. So when you come say OTP expiration underscore time. So equals to, so what we are doing that the equals to the date, the date which is self. Again, if you want to access anything dot date, right? Then in that date we add the date declared, we add the 10 minutes. So to add 10 minutes, what we are going to do is that we are going to import something in Django. So time zone, right? And then that time zone should be Django. Who can help us now? From Django. From Django dot to get that time zone. Time zone. Django dot. Okay, UT is here. Yes. Import what time zone? All right. So this is what we imported here. Scroll down a little bit, then come here. So yeah, we're going to pass in time zone dot time data. So time data I'm also used to add time, right? Time data. So if I want to add 10 minutes, now I can say minutes equals to what? 10. That means this man that is here, the time that was created plus 10 minutes, right? You concatenate it with 10 minutes. So that's what we're actually doing here. So I mean this OTP is going to expire in 10 minutes time. Immediately it's created. So we're also going to return and check. We are going to check to return if time the current time is greater than let's say is greater than the this particular time, right?
This expiration date.
Yes. Let's just return and say let return. You can say time zone dot now. So this time zone now is giving us the current time. So if the current time is greater than the time that OTP was created, are you getting me? You just
OTP expiration.
yes. You can also do if statement if you want. but I'm just returning this for me. So if the current time is greater than the time the OTP were created, so if the current time is greater, that means the time has passed. No be so.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
so this is actually what we did. So we're going to run our migration. For me, sometime run our migration. Python managers py. So let's run make migration. Make migrations. So wait for it to run the migration. So migrate. Migrate. All right. We're going to have some errors. So we need to drop our database. So let's quickly do that. Omo, start creating again. So let's drop the database. Um, localhost. Oh, so let so come up. All right, so let's fire down. So just go. I want to just go to and drop the database. That's what I want to do. I don't even necessarily need to drop user. Just drop some Q database. I can even decide to drop only student. So let's where's that database safe? Let's change the database name so that we'll not go and drop a database that is different. Um, Lack of okay, cohort names. All right, let's go. Let's get it started out. Um, I'll just drop this, 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 this. Let me see if I can drop the. Okay, so let's try and go and make my migration again. Migration, post student. Let's go and delete everything. They are playing with us, with our intelligence. All right, let's do everything and then run migration. Drop. Okay, I think this is deleted. So let's go and run the migration again. Okay, let's see how it goes. All right, all right. It's going, it's going. Oh, God of Christ. So I'll run migration now. So I need to go create a new Django admin so that I'll quickly create some few projects. So let me create Django Python minus py create admin. admin. I leave this one. Admin. 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 Yes. All right. So let's run the server. God damn it. All right. Okay. I think I change. You want to tell it to admin. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me try to create some few things here. Or I can either do that on front end or do it anywhere here. Let me create cohort group. So cohort group, you have group 1. Let me add user. Come back here. Okay. So you can try to add group 1. Let's create another group. Group 2. Then I'll come back here. Okay. The last one, I know the list. Okay, let's fire down. So let's go back to our Django product that we're building over there. Let's check out the profile. Okay, so we are admin. You can see two profiles that we've created already. So let me go and create. Okay, before we create the username, I'd like to implement something. So what I want to do here is that I don't want to allow any user to log in. Okay, okay, let me create okay. I feel that we should first okay, we've already gotten this. Let's register this first. Let's register what's it called? Let's register this model. Let's register it first so that we know what to do. Come to here. Scroll a little bit. So we have a OTP user OTP. So I just grab this, then put in the user OTP here, then put in the user OTP admin, then pass in OTP underscore code. Oh, that's the name field. Then the next one is passing the dates. Okay. Okay. put comma. Okay, so let's quickly check this tab we registered in the admin, and we'll learn how to populate this letter. Problem on server. Somebody start running. Okay, let me restart the server. It's already registered. I didn't restart it here. Okay. Say blah 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 blah. So let's check that. Okay, no, you have to remove this date joint. Okay, let us check it out. All right, so we have this OTP here. So now we want to, next thing to do is to write a function that can generate the user OTP, and then also we write a function that can send that email to OTP. Are you getting me? So function is first a function that can generate OTP, and second a function that can send the email to OTP. Are we communicating? Can we move on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's fire down. So to do that, I'm going to install for OTP package. I'm actually going to install OTP, call it PYOTP. So you can come here and say PYOTP. Now, the reason why I add this OTP is that I like the package is that you also have time. You can even use the timer. When the OTP is created, you can use the timer to check. So let me quickly install this. Let me install this. Okay, then wait for it to install. Then before we start using it. But as you're waiting, okay, I've done installing. So let's start in our server back. Mention notice spoil. So if you want to start using the OTP, it's actually a very simple thing to do. So what we are going to do here is that it's actually very simple. So I'm going to create a this thing here, actually here. So let me create a file. So I'm going to say gen underscore OTP underscore email, right, dot py. So you can see the name there, generate OTP email, right? So what we need to do now is first we need to import what we just installed now called the PYOTP, right? Py py pyotp, right? PYOTP. So what we're going to do now is so we are going to create a function called generate underscore OTP. So this is actually a function that will generate OTP for us. So that whenever we want to generate OTP, we just call this function. So what we are going to do here is very simple. We say OTP underscore just OTP alone. So what we are going to do is that entire OTP is equals to, so in OTP that's what we call OTP dot OTP. Then this is what we are going to do is that actually very simple. we'll call, let's check the documentation in case we don't know what to do. You can see what we have here. This one, if you want to verify it. Now, if you want to generate, look at now. You generate OTP. You can generate OTP. OTP.generate. So exactly what I was doing there. Okay, let's fire down. Let's fire down. So you can say BYOTP dot. So we are going to dot. Going to what we have. I can just copy and go and paste. There's not much in here. Okay. So let's just remove this other one. So this is OTP dot. Now what we are going to do here is that inside this class or instance, we are going to call this so we're going to call this particular function now. So let's copy it. We're going to call this. So prior we'll move in this, right? So what's actually happening here is that this man has a random function that will generate a random code for us. So this actually will generate a random code for us. Then what we are going to do here, the next one is to return
OTP.
To create it. Where is it? OTP dot. Now I can say dot now. So now we can now create it the OTP. So this is actually used to generate OTP. You can see a very simple code. Then whenever you call generate, you can be able to get this. So another thing I'm also going to look at is that is to send the OTP, that OTP in email, right? So this particular OTP now, this particular OTP, we want to send it in email, right? In our email when the user register. So we also need to write another function again. Now this function, remember, we are going to use it either when we are logging in or when we are registering, right? So bear in mind that we are using this function when we are logging in or when we are registered. So we want to create a function now that can send an email. But first thing, we need to set up email. We need to set up email. I already have email set up. I'll just we all know how to set up email in Django. Now we've done that before, right? So you still return the previous email that you have in Django. So I will just copy this and paste. So let me go to setting, and then inside the setting, down here, I'm just going to copy this and paste this thing here. So let me explain what is actually going on in this code. So this is actually from Django, so don't need to mess up with this, right? And the next thing is the host. It can be Gmail SMTP, which I'm using server. The next one is my password, right? You can see I don't use it, I just use it for training. So this is my password, and this is TLS. So if you are doing your setting, it should certainly be like this, right? So moving straight up to creating a function that can send an email. So I'll come here and say define email underscore send underscore OTP. Then inside this OTP, I'm going to have a placeholder of user, right? So whenever I'm calling this function, I'm passing the user, the real user, but this is not real user. Then next is what? OTP. OTP, right? I can say email, right? You can pass in an email. Right? You can pass in an email and OTP. the OTP that you are going to be using. So remember, it's a placeholder. So yeah, I'm going to come here and say subject of the email equals to, I'll say your OTP verification code, right? Then that is the title. Then the message or body or message for them body. Then I'll see, let me just use F function. I'll say hello. Then I pass in the user, right? Then passing user here. Then pass user so that we can have access to everything. So I can pass in here. I can say hello. Username, sorry. Hello username. So this username I'm calling here dot user, the username. Now remember, I want you to remember that this is actually a placeholder. So when the time comes, we are going to pass in the real user. So what we are going to do is to call the username, it will work. But if now if you call this, it will tell you say user does not have what. And then what is that English?
User is not defined.
User is not defined. All right. Or okay, there is no attribute called user. A user called username. No attribute called username. Right. Or no, this is called username. You usually see that in Python when something you call does not, you didn't get it. So user the username. Then we are also going to probably here like do a break, which is n. How do you do that break? Like this, I know.
Yes, /n.
Okay, n. Good. So I
Yes.
also do another break again, n. So I want to do a break so they can give me a new line. Then that new line I will say, yeah, OTP code is. So inside here, I'm going to pass in this code that is here, which is the OTP. Not real OTP. If you want to get this OTP, you need to call this man, placeholder. So then I will not let them know when it will be valid, right? I said it will be, it is, sorry, it will validate, right away. Validate within 10 minutes, right? So now this is the body and this is the subject. So I'm good, I'm okay with you. Then we'll also come here and call, I need to import send email, right? So that I can send the email. So we're going to say from send email, just from Django .config, yeah. .config yes, yes, setting. So the config of settings. So we're actually importing this setting from this Django setting so that I can make use of. So this setting actually coming from here, this particular Django setting. Where is it? This particular setting. So that's what we're importing. So we set you can have access to this, right? It is what it is. So so what we're going to do here is that we say send okay, let import also the email from Django .mail import email. Is that okay? I'm not sure. It's on Django dot. It's your Django dot co, abi? Huh? dot mail, import senior man, import the senior man sent.
Send mail.
Yeah. So
Send mail.
yeah, exactly. I've already done that. So I will say send mail. So in this send mail is a function. We also pass in a parameter of subject, comma, the parameter of body, comma. Then I can say you can come here in that setting and import. You can import something like email. Uh, okay, let's access it directly because usually I'm supposed to import it. So yeah, I'm going to call settings dot. Then the next one I'm going to call is email host, right? Uh, uh, mm, so let's file now. Let's go and copy the email host and paste. Where is it? Okay, email host, which is this. It should not be like this if you are not using my own this thing. So what is okay? So then the next thing we're also going to do is the email they are sending it to. You can see come here because the list can say user dot email. Okay. I think this is not a hard script. It's actually self-explanatory. If you don't understand this, let me know. So now we are going back to our registration to do some a bit of modification in our registration view. So actually that's what apparently that's what I'm going to do. So what we can do here is that let's go back to our registration view. So okay, these are registration view. We're going to do some few modification. So scroll down a little bit. So military account is created. A military account is created. So military account is created. We want to turn the account active. We want to turn it to false. Remember that if you come in here, if account is active, if account is actually active, you are going to log in, right? Usually when you create account, it's always active. I'll show you guys that. So when you create account, it's also active. But instead of making this man to be active, we want to change it to false, right? So we want to change it to false. Then when we change it to false, we save it, and then we generate token. Then we create token, right? We create token, and then we send email before we can now say I can't create successfully. So let's do that. So here we come here. This is where we are creating it. So this is actually where we have our user, right? So we can say user, which is this particular user now, dot is dot is active. Then we change it to what? To false. Change it to false, right? So that means this guy now no longer true. It is false. Now during our login, we check if this man is false. Don't allow him to log in, right? Change it to false. Then that's what we're going to do. You save it to save. Because the reason why you're saving it is because we already created it, right? If you want to hit the database bar, you need to save, right? But if you are not created it, you don't need to hit save.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I'm going to import those things that I just created now. I'll say from from gen OTP email, import else thing should be, let me check the names. Okay, should be OTP generate OTP and send email OTP, right? So God of miss, what is one mind? Okay, then import OTP generate and the email send OTP, right? So what I'm going to do here is that immediately this is left, I'm going to say OTP equals to OTP generation. So this actually will generate the OTP and then store it here, right? Remember, the next thing I'm going to do also is to create the OTP on our model that we've already created. So this is our model here. We want to create this particular model now that will store our OTP code, right? So I'm going to import this guy. Where is this? Okay. So yeah, I'm going to say so this is very, very simple. So the first thing I'm going to do is, after you have generated, we are going to create, right? And say user what do you know about that? Let me put it.
You have not imported the model now.
Okay, yes. Well, I was wondering. So we're putting it here. It should be user what? I mean OTP user. How must I go to the model and go and check user OTP?
Started with capital letter.
This one we did that then. Oh, look at how I'm calling it. It's different. So I think you should call it on. Leave calling him on the.
Yes, you have to call for model now. You have not called any for model.
Okay, from
From dot
dot.
model.
Okay, dot model. Import user OTP,
Okay.
right? So if this is generated, let's create the user. Let's create I can say the user dot object dot create. So inside this create now, we are going to pass
That's
in
OTP.
we're going to pass in the user, which is the user that we have here. Okay. So passing the user equals to this user here that was created, this particular user. Are you getting me? I can change it to users. It don't be like say it must be user. Are you getting me? Anything at all. Let them be like say it must be the same name with this one. No. But this name must be accurate, well defined in your model, right? Without that, that will not work. But this other email, you don't need to define your model.
Keyword,
So let's say
keyword arguments.
yes. Let's say users. So the next we're also going to do is OTP. OTP. Let's check it. OTP. OTP. Is that OTP? The OTP code. Which of them? OTP code.
OTP underscore code.
Yeah. OTP. OTP underscore. Okay, sorry. We need to pass in the OTP first. OTP. Don't know why not coming in. This is what's supposed to pass in here. That was supposed to pass in. Which is equals to
OTP code equal to what?
equals to this OTP that is
So
here.
the OTP.
Yes, equal to OTP.
Yes, that generated. So I hope you understand this code, Abby.
Yeah.
All right. So let's send our email. Email send. So in that email send, remember in that email send, we have two parameters, right?
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir. Question. Yes. See, after the users dot is active first, should we use users dot save? Why creating the user now? Does it mean that before we did this one now, but we were using that create user and it saved the users for us?
You are not creating here.
Because he has changed the variable. He has already changed the variable to users.
Yes. No, no.
That guy, hold on. You don't understand.
You have
that guy, hold on.
Here. I get it. And he has closed. He has closed. In here now, you're updating. You are not creating again. This is not pattern of creating now. Here you're updating. You already created here. I get it. You already created here. Then I'm updating. I'm not doing inside here. Inside user created. I'm doing outside the user created. I get it. You can also do yours inside user created. That's no problem. Maybe I'm doing that outside user created. I get it. That's why I'm using save. But if I'm using inside this user created, you don't need to use save. So okay. He left for you.
I was thinking of putting save commit first.
That one is not necessary. That one you don't want to give yourself more headache and more code to write. So man, keep it very short and very simple. So if you look at this send email OTP now, let's look at the function. Which is this function? Now we have to user and OTP, right? So remember I told you earlier this user is placeholder. So whatever I put here replace whatever that is here. Whatever I put here will replace whatever that is here when I call the function. So let's do that now. So when it comes to this, I use email, I use user, which is this particular user here, users dot email, right? Which is the email that will send the OTP, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, damn it. Okay. Okay, I think we've already. Okay, we don't need to do that already. We're already calling it already now. Let's check. Okay, we are doing it already. We don't need to do the user.email. We're just passing the user. Then it will now get the email by itself. Have you seen it here?
Okay. Yes.
I using the user.email. This will not work because it's only the email. And it's then the user will turn the email. You cannot see email.user. You understand?
Yes. So I think it's just the user and the OTP straight. It will convert it here.
Exactly. So that's what we are going to do. Users, then passing the OTP, which is this generate OTP, right?
Yeah.
We are having an error here. No module call generate OTP email. Generate send generate OTP email. Let's check. Oh no. Generate OTP email. Please let's change this. Maybe it's this email we are using. It may be conflicting.
Just put dot in front of it. From dot generate.
No, that email we are putting may be conflicting because of the emails that we use. So let's remove this. So let's see if I can see have the same error. So no module name gen OTP. But this is sometime, man.
Put dot, sir. Dot gen OTP. Dot. to show that they are in the same directory.
Dot.
Okay. Okay.
Importing it, sir. Where you are
Okay.
importing it.
Uh-huh. It's going to work now.
So we have an issue somewhere here on the gen.
The 10 minutes.
It said F. It will valid to 10 minutes. I think there's an issue here.
9:15.
It's complaining about the F keys, F function you use.
Yes, thing is complaining about the F function. We're trying to check where the error is coming from.
What if you use triple quotes instead
no
of the F function?
No need.
It's not saying the closing quote. The other quote.
It's not the same line.
It's not in the same line.
The closing
The closing
quotes
Yeah, I
is not
think
in
it's
the
the
same
line.
line. The 16, line 16,
Move that one
yes,
to
it's
the
supposed
other
to be
line.
the same line.
Move it to the other line.
Yes,
Okay.
it should work now.
All right.
No.
So let's see that registration if we are really done with it. Okay. So what we can do is that if account is created, so we can say here if that's the truth, if that is done. They have this. Let's say account created. OTP sent to your email. Account created. Please. Account.
Created. Please verify your email.
Account created. Log in to your email to get OTP. Right. So we need to return back. Redirect to where? Redirect to. Let's redirect to login. It will not hit all these ones. So let's direct to login. Oh, that's the name we use. Login in view. Alright, okay. Login. Alright, so let's check this out and make sure that this is fine. So get rid of this. Okay. Alright, I don't think there's anything that is not yet done. So let's go and check that motherfucker. But let's log out. So sign up. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to have Skyline. I'm going to have Macaulay, going to extend ICT. Then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's try that out. So it's going fantastic. It says account created. Log into your email to verify. Blah, blah, blah. So let's check our email and see what's happening. If we've been able to get an OTP. So let's also check. Okay, we have an OTP. So you can see here that we have a OTP, right? Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I want us to like get just 5-digit code. I want us to get just 5 digits instead of getting 6. Let's get 5 digits. You understand? Let's get like 5.
Yeah, we do.
So who can tell us how to go about that? Just get
It's in the model. The model you are using, you specifically fix a certain number. I think it's 10 or something.
the model is not generating.
No, I think he fixed 8. He fixed 8. 8.
Sorry?
Let's check their documentation now.
We can state it in where we are generating the code. That is PyOTP. Where we
Yes,
set
so
up
how
the
do we do that?
PyOTP,
How
that
do
is
we
where
do
we
that?
can leave it.
Let's check their documentation.
Okay. What you can do is very simple. So you can come here and put digits, comma, digits. Huh?
It should be inside the random function now.
No. Digits goes to 5. Digits here. So this will give us 5. If you also want it to expire, so let's check that out. Let's go back and try to. Oh, god damn it. So let's just delete this particular account now. So
Let
me go back. Let me delete this account so that I can create it again. If I can't create it again, we try to create it now. I'll have some constraint errors. Okay, let's check that out. Let's check. So look at OTP here. Look at the code that we have here. So let's delete it, get rid of it, and then let's go to user. Then okay, we are having Skyline.
Second one.
Yeah.
Second one.
Yes, just deleted. Okay, let's sign up.
When Mr. Skyline turn her dead.
Digit is not defined. Digit is not defined. Think we didn't turn on our this thing. Do you mean digit is not defined? Do you mean tick? Do you mean what?
Let's check their documentation.
No, maybe it's digit, not tick. I'm 100% sure what I'm saying. I've used it before now. So let's run that motherfucker. You already created. Oh, okay, this I've created though. Like this. Let's delete it.
I have no chance to choose what I chose to do.
Which kind of voice with this one?
Loud, I beg. Your voice, yeah, you did one
Okay, which kind of voice with this one now?
You see pass Skyline owner.
This our voice here. Our voice over here. So let's check that. Okay, I think we have it now. Okay, we have one.
You don't enter.
3, 4. It's 4 or 5?
5.
Why
Did
is it 5 now?
You put 5 now.
Okay, now 5. Okay. Okay, it's 5. It's okay. Fantastic. Can change it 4, change it to anything. So now we have created it, but the problem now is that we also need to
How do we use it?
we also need to let's try to log in. You understand? Let's try to log in now with the account we just created. Let's put Skyline, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when we log in, they tell us incorrect what username, right? That means we can't log in, right? So we want to do in a way that um if this thing is false, we want to give you a message that go and verify. Either send you, if your account has not been verified and you try to log in, you understand? It can either send you an email to go and verify your account again, right? And go and log in. But if your username is incorrect, you tell us it's incorrect. So let's go and modify our login view. So I think we're done with the registration. Oh, God damn it, God damn it, God damn it, man. Look at what I'm saying. That's what it is. Okay. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to do a lot of modification on this login because okay. So I'll start with here. So yeah, I'll first of all get the username and then be able to check if the username doesn't exist because we want to do what we want to do in a way that we can be able to I want to do in a way to track when the username does not exist, right? And when the OTP is not verified, right? So yeah, we say try and accept. So we can say user equals to user dot objects dot get. So we are getting the username, what the person is typing, the username equals to username. So let me comment on all this, like all this. We'll come to that later. So that let's build everything from scratch now. So if possible, let me just get rid of them so that will not be a bit confused for us, right?
Comment, just comment.
Okay, let me comment. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is that accept. We want to accept, right? So this accept now, we are going to check if the user does not exist. Like if this thing does not exist, right? We are going to put
Sir, the block,
our
citation.
we say does um, does not exist, right? So this is actually a Django built-in exception that can handle if this user does not exist, right? Then what we are going to do is very simple. We can now be able to track the password, uh, and this is incorrect. Because remember that time they were not able to tell us, they're not able to track if our account is active or not. What they tell us the password does not exist. That's why our password is okay. So if we try that, it should now give us this, right? So now we are done. We are done with this. The next thing to check, this actually check the password, track password for us, right? So the next thing we are going to do here is that, remember, this is actually getting the username, right? And if the username does not exist, then it should give us this, right? Or then another thing also going to do that, if it is, I move to the next one. Now, what is the next one if the user exists? Now, if the user exists, you check if the user are we communicating?
Yeah.
You should check if the user is active.
Yes, sir.
We do that. We say if not user, where are we getting the user from this man? Remember that we are getting this, right? If he exists, he now goes to this one, right? So if he exists, that means we are having access to the user, right? And access to the information of the user, right?
Yeah.
Good. Now we say username dot x. You can still have access to everything here, is what is underscore active, right? If not user is active, that means if the user is not active, are we communicating? Are we communicating?
Yes, yes.
Now, what should
Yes,
happen if
sir.
the user is not active? We can say you can say something like message. I don't like typing a big. Might just copy and paste. If the user not active, put this one here. Then we can say user is not active. Go and verify your account.
User is not verified.
Yeah, user is not verified. Right?
Sir,
Huh?
sir, can't we return the
Then
go
you
ahead, sir.
return to
Yes, sir.
verification
I have a
page.
question, don't worry. But later we ask you later.
Okay.
I said instead of returning to login, you should return to verification page
Yeah.
if the user is not active.
If a verification page, we are going to do that. Just churchy. We are going to do that, right? We are going to do that. That's no problem. But let's try this first. So next thing is that if the user is active, then we need to log in the user, right? So we say user is equals to authenticate dot. If you already have it now, no need to send. No need to just type all this.
You did.
It's
Now be
down there.
Go do it.
Okay. So, and you can also say if user is not null, right? If user is not what? Is not null.
Not known.
Yeah. No, just
You can just comment on them now.
yes.
Shift them back.
I just mentioned that we are flowing up. Don't worry, I'll share the code on our platform, so everybody will have access to the code. Okay. So if the user is not known, then it should log you in and say login successfully, right? So let's go and try this out now and see what's going to happen. Perfect tonight. This is my voice. Don't drink. Gin finish. Drink.
I was here, cheering.
So user is not verified. You can see what we have here, right? So now we are going to now advance the code. Instead of telling users are not verified, it should generate OTP, because if you say it send you back to the OTP this thing. So it should generate OTP, send OTP message, and then take you to OTP verification page, right? But we don't have that yet. So that means we need to go back and create an OTP verification page, right? And then come back to write the script that does that for us. That will, immediately user is not active, it will generate OTP, send OTP. If you already have an existing OTP, you should delete that one because that one is old. Are you getting me? You should delete it. If you resend that same OTP, that will be a problem. It may be have expired. Then you should delete that old OTP and then update the new one. You understand?
Sir, please be using
Sir,
problem.
Huh?
sir,
Yes.
we the user need OTP for each login whenever they want to log in.
No, they don't need now. If you verify your account, you don't need to. You don't need.
Verified already.
He said if they have had old OTP.
No, yes, that
No.
means if your account is not verified now, you refuse to verify it.
Before you
Sir,
start,
if they've generated one before, that means they've been
It
verified.
expire within 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes. If it not be used, it expire within 10 minutes. So if even though the system, if you write a script that will send that OTP back to you.
Okay. So now what we need to do to improve the user experience now, include it in the message that it will expire in 10 minutes time.
No, it's already there in their email.
Yes. What if they did not know the timing now?
No, it's there.
Or better still, we put a timer here.
Listen, you cannot see the OTP if you don't get your email. I know we can get the OTP without their email.
Yes, sir. Instead of after sending this message, we should also send it to them that the particular OTP will expire in the next 10 minutes, or probably we set a timer that it will expire in so many. Then the timer will count from 10 downward, 10
No,
minutes
no,
downward.
you don't need all those
It's just
timer
to boost
or
for
not
good user experience. That's
or
all.
not. You do that on your own now. You do it. This is class. You do that one. You implement that one for yourself. I'm doing
Abi.
something that is very seamless so that you have the knowledge. Then if you feel that you want to explore user experience, you will then do them by yourself now. And so you be now.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to do
Yeah, no
user.
what.
I'm not going to do user experience. You go there till 8 a.m. in the morning. I know me play.
No what. We deal with you,
We
sir.
dey here now. We gather day.
Okay,
We
now so
gather day.
no issue.
We do the go anywhere.
You know what
We no gather
Chidinma
do
is not
Shikoku.
in this ecosystem. I don't go.
My
Don't go class.
battery will soon finish, so we
Come,
no dig on go.
the guy. What happened to your wife when you give belle? Why is she not in this class?
She go do this thing antenatal. Wetin na dey call am?
I think that
Wait till
It's
don't
not
start.
been long she left. She has been here. It's
for
not
this
been long she left.
night she go antenatal. I don't me
Just
and
She
here.
go meeting.
last
I
now.
wonder
She
who
go
dey follow
meeting.
me. Who dey follow me drag that one? Now you give am belle abi na me? Wetin
She
concern
go
you?
meeting.
The time never reach for that one.
Drag belle. You and Skyler.
No being
No,
get the belly.
I don't give her belle. If I give her belle, I go push and give the guy now. See so allowed. No, if they run from
Don't
the.
worry, I go train your child for you.
I go push and give the guy. All right,
Make the jaja get your brain.
so let's fire down. Let's fire down. Let's fire down. We have a lot of code to write tonight. A lot of code. So let's fire down so we can finish all of them. Okay. So we'll close here. IS 1 or 2. So almost done. I want to finish up the class. So another thing is that is the problem. Okay, so this code are becoming round jam-packed. Let me change. Let me create another form, another file. So I will say OTP resend, OTP verify, right? So I will say verify
25.5.
underscore OTP dot py, right? Okay. So let me get another cool shit. So, VAD. Alright, so copy all this. Move it there. So what I'm going to do here is just have my class OTP verification.
Oh God.
The passing view. Then inside this view, we're going to have define get. Then put in a self. I put in a request. Then inside that request, you have to return Tinubu or Bugari. So let's return this motherfucker.
40 billion security budget.
All right, so I'm going to quickly come to templates.
Template.
Look for login. So I want to like save as so save as OTP underscore code. All right. Then let me just do a bit of modification here. So here I will have instead of text I'll have code or number. Here I'll have a OTP code. I will say OTP.
OTP. Okay.
So I'll remove this username. Then okay, let me just create the view so that I'm not gonna mess up everything. So okay, let me go and create URL. So we'll check it on my URL. So I'll say from dot verify OTP import this, right? You know how this works. All right, it is. Okay, I'll say OTP verification endpoint. The endpoint too. Yeah, it is what it is. Endpoint, yeah, they like endpoint there again. No, they like all this verify.
Never teach us now.
Endpoint soft now.
Endpoint is the best too.
It's soft, very soft.
Very, very sure. Okay.
As you know, I want to
Endpoint is very easy, very seamless, very bit advanced. All right.
Like very, very.
All right. So let's get that shit. That shit. Let me
we
see.
don't this very we don't know until you teach us.
Mm, profile.
It is what it
It is,
is.
it is what it is, man. Okay, let's go and remove some of this motherfucker here. What did I do now? I thought I already have a form.
You are displaying login page
Registration
You are
page.
in your
this thing.
return.
Okay. All right. So let's get this
Sign up.
to like verify OTP underscore put. This is supposed to be OTP verified.
Does HTML, sir? It
Huh?
will not work. Does HTML? It will not work.
Okay.
You forgot me. You know, say our God will rush.
Everybody an advanced person now, so I don't need to do slow again. When I do slow, don't pass now.
No, Allah, we do with you.
Hey, whoa. Okay. This is record this class. Okay. I don't for this
We
was there.
don't need to sign work with Facebook again.
Oh, remember for this was there. Okay. So I would
We did
remove motherfucker Facebook and his cohorts. Sign in Facebook, get rid of that motherfucker. Alright. Get rid of motherfucker.
The button
right.
should be verified.
Yeah, I don't try like okay, verify. So if you come here, so if you register, it should take you here. If you log in, it should take you here, right? If you're not verified. It's also going to have like something like resent, right?
Yeah, reset password.
Not receive, but resend OTP in case it did not receive it.
Okay.
Uh,
That would be another button.
no, it's the same button.
Or just a paragraph.
Just what you need to do is um uh, so just do it here. After here, press this code here. Just press this code here, resend.
If like say you get where you dey get this or this your code where you dey copy and paste. So.
Yes, now.
Definitely.
Yeah, mate. Right, resend.
The color come mad.
I bet make we you don't keep all this info.
Skyline no dey play again. Oh.
Yeah.
So
You don't even want hear, maybe we don't know him again.
Skyline no hear anything again. Oh.
so that the code there now. You get access to the code. When we don't finish, I'll just give you the code. So you go
Change
there.
the color from blue now
Which color we use
to
now?
primary.
The color dey okay now.
But when I leave color something, no, they fire down a bit.
Alright, time is
In
going.
case you didn't receive the code,
So we're gonna do color on our own.
so what we are going to do now, let's go and like redirect everybody here from the registration to the login. So that is how you have yourself. Go and finish here. Okay, verify. So let's go to that auth. So if you register, so created login. So take it here. Have you?
Yes.
Yeah, I can.
That's where we OTP.
So we in the login, if your account is not verified, so we have to redirect you to.
No, go down. You have already passed that place.
So I want to copy this so that if not active, I mean, so let's
Yes.
test it out. Let's test it out first. Start building the function.
Now, wow, this one will go back and there.
Yeah.
Sir, please
This one will
abeg.
go back and there.
Let's ask
Set fire to the rain. Wetin happen?
Let us ask on fire.
This is the Caribbean login.
Set fire to the rain. Adele.
Ask on Ghana love soft life.
Okay, taking us here now. Okay, let's go and write the code. Oh boy, writing another code now. More. Okay, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to define post, then was pass itself, right? So we are going to get the OTP for the front end. Request dot post. So let's check the OTP on the front end.
OTP. OTP.
OTP. OTP. So what we are going to do, so we are going to use try and accept in order to grab all the error, right? So what we are going to do is very simple. We'll come here and say try and accept. We say user underscore OTP equals to user OTP dot object dot get. So we are going to query that dot get.
From the back end.
Yes, so we are going to get
User equals to user.
OTP code because the OTP code are entering here now.
Okay.
Is this what this OTP that are entering here now? It's not user.
Okay, we are getting the OTP
Yes,
straight.
Supposed to.
OTP equals to OTP.
Yeah, exactly. OTP. So if so let's get the user now. So that we can use it later. I get me.
Yeah.
Let's get the user. So we can say the main user because what you are getting is OTP, right? Maybe so.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we can use that user
it
later.
is.
So we can say something like to get the user, can say user is close to user OTP dot user. Right?
Yes, to get the actual user.
Yeah, get the actual user. So so when it comes to the user, you can see that we have user here, right? It's the user that we are calling, right?
Yeah.
So which means the user, they are getting the OTP here, that OTP dot the user. So the user will give access to the user of both their first name, last name, email address.
The actual user that owns that OTP.
Yes, exactly. So then we save it here, user. So we are going to check accept. We say user which is
That except is not under try. It will give error.
okay.
Okay.
Let's accept does not exist. Then if that does not exist, we are going to give an error message. Okay, let me go and copy and paste. I want to send to the right type of this.
You are teaching us how to be lazy. Oh.
Huh?
That is not laziness now. Why keep typing the same thing you've typed several times?
I've typed it before now, so why typing it again?
Don't mind that guy.
I know.
Forgive me for he doesn't know what he was doing.
You can say,
They are teaching that guy to be lazy.
you can
Skyline is
say
on you.
My boss
no,
now.
no OTP found for this user. Hmm? So we can now redirect back to this mode. Okay. So in the situation, what next?
Are we supposed to use that capital U user? Is it not supposed to be just where you are saving the OTP user OTP dot user, the variable you are using to save it?
I didn't get.
Except user does
I didn't get. I didn't get.
except user does not exist. But the user you
That
are
user
using.
is the user model.
Okay.
So
So
you are checking if the user is not exist.
yes.
You're supposed to variable line
Ash.
21.
So the next thing, if this scenario actually exists, let's run the next code. So if it exists, we are going to check if it have expired. Are you getting me? Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
check. You check if you have expired. So if it expired, in the username, we forgot to do something that login. But however, we'll fix it later. So we want to check if you have expired. Hmm? Then what's going to happen is that um if you have expired, okay, yes.
My battery. Oh.
They're gonna say if the user user OTP, this OTP here dot. For you, if you come to this model, you notice that we have OTP expired, right? And we are returning the expired OTP. If it expired, we are checking that time zone is greater than this. So this will either return true or false. Are you getting me? So we'll say if dot OTP expired, then as a function, you know the function I'm talking about. So we can now generate new OTP. Then we assign it to generate OTP. Then the next thing I'm going to do is,
User. Okay.
well, now we are going to delete. If there is no OTP, we are going to delete it. I can say user OTP dot object dot filter dot object dot filter. Then we pass in the user equals to the username, which is the user, this user here, user, then dot delete that OTP of that particular user. Are we communicating? The OTP of
I
this
think we have to delete before we create new one now.
yes, now we have deleted the read. Now the next thing is to create new one. So I'll just go and say same user OTP dot objects dot create. Then after creating, you pass in the user and also this user too. Equals to the user. Then you pass in the OTP what? Let me check the name again. OTP code. I'll copy this. Equals to new OTP. Then the next thing to do is to send the email. So email
Email.
OTP, email send OTP. So passing the user, passing the new OTP, the new what? The new OTP, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
New OTP. Then we can say something like this. OTP have expired. You need to have sent your email, please, blah 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 blah. So we can now return back to this, right? I hope you all understand this. Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah,
So
we do.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
remember what we did here. So we check if the OTP does not exist. It will tell us this. But if it exists, we will leave this man, go to the next code and check if it's expired. Then if he exists and if it have not expired, what next? The next code, right? So what we're going to do
Yes.
now is that if he has not expired and he exists, so we're going to check if what the user entered, eh, okay, we are going to check if the OTP matches what is on our database. Are you getting me? Remember this one, if it does not exist too, right? If it does not exist, then we'll move to this thing. Then we check if what the user enter matches what is on our database. Then if it that is the case, we now set the user to true and save, right? And redirect back, right? Are we together?
Yeah.
So let's do that. So we'll say if OTP is equals to, is it OTP or yeah, what is the OTP say? Okay,
It's OTP.
There is OTP.
OTP is equals to user OTP,
OTP, yes.
user OTP dot OTP code. Remember where you're getting the user from?
Yes.
Dot
No, you are getting the code already. You store that code inside user OTP. So why
Yes,
using the
yes.
code again?
No, you
No,
don't,
no, 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 no.
you don't.
It's the user with the OTP.
Dot OTP, you
What
don't.
can you say?
You
No,
don't.
no, 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 no. User OTP. User
OTP, because this is
dot
actually getting
get.
this
Give
can
the
get
OTP
this thing
and
can
actually
get
put
like, look, this thing now, this is getting um the
the
code, right?
OTP of
But you need to be specific of the field that you're getting. This give access to all the whole field. Why this give
you are
access
getting
to relationship? Are you getting me?
I
So
understand the user. I'm referring to 20.
so then this give access to all the whole field. This can give access to date. You can say dot date, date.
you can even say
Uh-huh.
dot
Are you getting it? So you need to be specific.
Okay.
Dot
people.
user OTP. So if he exists, then we are going to say which is the user that we're getting here. That particular user. Let me come down a little bit. So that particular user, I can say user dot x active is equals to what? Goes to
True.
True.
good, fantastic.
Cats.
Then we also need to save it.
We save.
User
User.save.
save. Or make sure you save. Alright, so you save. So the next one we say is that message
Message.
dot
Dot
success.
success.
Then we'll
Copy
pass
now.
request.
No,
Then
they why my chief. Don't worry you.
yeah, you say
I know say na supreme high chief. I give am title na I no hungry. You go gree in 2025.
the
You dey
account
whine.
has been
Activated.
activated. You can now log in.
Login. They will now return us to login
return
page.
to login. Redirect to login. So
Return redirect, then you put login now.
so moving. Okay, so another thing we're also going to do is that we can say S.
It's not on the same line.
Okay, I not get strength to be like the one must stop this class like this. The one must stop this class like this.
Now you dey play song now.
Why you sing the song now?
Now you dey ginger our swagger.
So let's check the code again. So this is correct. This is correct. This is correct. So if it does not exist, you have to give us this. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. So let's try like boom, boom. Yeah, does not OTP does not match. Okay, let's handle this. It said OTP matching query does not exist. I thought we are handling this. I don't
I
know.
think it's like 20. I think it's like 20 also.
Handling this already, man.
I don't know. It does not exist here. We've handled it.
Based on try now.
I think it's they don't go TP now.
Based on try, it's supposed to give us this error is not working. It's not giving us this exception.
That's what I'm saying. That thing that you accept.
Go back. Segun said you should use small letter for user there of capital letter. Yeah, that line 23, that line 22. Small letter U. That's what he was complaining about.
Sorry. This should not
Yes.
be user.
Yes. That's what I was complaining about the other time.
Okay, calm down. We are not querying user, but we are querying OTP.
OTP.
So we need to put OTP here. User OTP, not the user. You understand?
Okay.
Because all right, let's go back. Good, this will fix it now. It is what it is. Okay. Okay, let's try to put expired OTP.
That one, okay, don't pass 10 minutes.
Okay. We're having an issue. So trying to check if the OTP have expired. Not supported with an instant function. Okay. I know.
Okay, is that expired this thing where you put something greater than
So,
the delta or something like that?
Okay.
Is that model side where you use something greater than date time?
This time
something like yes, it's this place, line 97. 97, that place where you use greater than.
Okay, not supported function data. So I think the problem we're having here is that this is actually a data type as a function. We are calling it as a normal string. You understand?
Okay. Yes.
So call the function. All right, let's fire down. All right, let's go and get it again.
It should still be on the keyboard now.
All right. Okay. So you can see a new TP have been sent to your email. Please verify your account before logging in. All right, another email OTP have already been sent. So let's verify this motherfucker. Your account has been verified, right? Your account has been verified. Then let's log into the Skyline. Skyline 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we log in Zoom. All right, we did a good job tonight. I have to call it up, nigga. Okay, another thing that is left, but I will show you guys a code, right? The resending of OTP, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the name of this? That platform again, sir. So let me share the code now.